All right, so welcome back to Blacklisted MX. We got a hot one right now. What I mean by hot one, he's just coming off Loretta Lynn's championship. We got Jadon Cooper. How you doing today, Jadon?
Oh man, doing great. It's hot outside. I'm down here in Texas. Um, Doing some recovery. Had some good workouts this past week, and just staying as sharp as I can, and really just trying to get ready for the future nationals coming up.
Nice, nice. Now, give me a little history before we get to jump into the future nationals, man. Give me a little bit of background about yourself, man, because I'm just catching wind not too long ago. But I looked into the history of you, as far as all your social media stuff, man. But I want to hear from you, man. Tell me how was racing and how'd you grow up getting involved with racing in Texas?
Oh man, so I was 7 years old, and my dad he used to race street bikes up and down the road with his buddies and friends and stuff like that. And he took my siblings to the Nuclear Cowboys. It's kind of like a Nitro Circus deal. But when I went, I was kind of interested, but I wasn't a fan of the freestyle stuff. So I was like, is there any way we can do something without doing tricks and just do some racing? And he was like, I mean, we'll look into it. So we just looked up dirt bikes without tricks, and it was motocross that came up, like some supercross racing and some outdoor events. And we looked at that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So Christmas was coming up, and he was already planning on getting me a little toy street bike to ride on. So after telling him the news about riding dirt bikes, he got me the street bike and a miniature dirt bike from Walmart, and he told me to pick out of the two, and I ended up picking the dirt bike. And there's a church right across the street from my house, and I just went there and did some laps on the field just consistently all throughout the day, and just been in love with it ever since.
Nice, nice. That's an interesting story, man. Coming up from just making it all the way to the B class, starting off on a Walmart dirt bike as a Christmas gift, man. That just shows you the love and the determination for the sport. So your parents, are they your main supporters? Because this sport is not easy on the pocket, man, and it's hard to do local races, let alone do the Loretta Lynn's and all the big stuff that are out there, man. Who supports your program?
Oh yeah, my parents have supported me all throughout the way, and they're going to continue to support me, which I'm very thankful for. They've been very strong behind my dream and held faith. I had a lot of adversity, a lot of injuries leading into nationals and stuff like that, but they stayed with it. And here recently, I've been on the EBR racing program, and they've been helping a ton, getting to races and stuff like that, making it a lot easier and accessible to do what I love. So I'm just very grateful for it, and just riding the wave and riding until the wheels fall off.
That's what's up. Now, you got EBR supporting you. Are they're doing all your? I take it they're doing your motors, your suspension. What are they doing for you?
Pretty much everything you just said and more with the gear and everything like that, and just make me comfortable as they know I can at the races. And I really take that into consideration, and it gives me motivation. It makes me just want to go harder, and it makes me feel a lot more comfortable about doing my job. And because the sport's very dangerous, so them taking care of me kind of takes the fear out of it a little bit of the possibilities, because I know I have a great team and support behind me, so that just gives me confidence in myself.
Nice, nice. Are you still buying your own bikes?
So on that, um, as of right now, yes, sir, as of right now. But if I keep, doing what we're doing and keep staying sharp and grinding as hard as we can, we should have some big stuff coming next year. Had some
Nice.
talks with them about next year's plan, because the closing of this year is already here, and contracts are already up and stuff like that. So next year will be new contracts, and have some talks and stuff like that about next year. So next year we should be good. I just got to stay on the right program and focus on the now,
Hmm.
and that should be able to come around in full swing.
Are you willing to talk about any of that stuff for next year? Or you want to leak any secrets out there as of now, or you want to hold off?
I'll probably hold off a little bit, but I'm excited for it, and it'll be pretty big. It's a dream. It's been a dream of mine. So I'm really just focusing on the nationals coming up, and then after that we can start talking about the future and stuff like that. So you just never know what can happen, and such. We still have a lot of racing left, So just want to make sure we get through that, and I do my job so that way I can get the opportunity that I've been working for.
Well, you're doing your job well, man. As of right now, that's for damn sure. You're making it happen. How long has Loretta Lynn's? Like I said, Loretta Lynn's is hard to get to. Just in
Yes, sir.
general, being able to qualify and make it to Loretta Lynn's and being going there and then qualifying again. You went through all that probably for years, not even being able to make Loretta Lynn's, but to finally make Loretta Lynn's and to win a championship out of it through all the ups and downs, the injuries and everything that comes in between. How was that overall feeling being able to capture a championship?
That feeling is honestly unreal. I remember coming across the finish line on the last lap for the championship, and from then until I crossed the finish line, got off the podium, until I got to the camper and got ready for my next moto, I was trying to wake myself up. I really thought I was
Really?
living a dream. It was really just a dream I've had, and it was everything I've dreamed of plus more. So it really hit hard, and I just remember all the hard work, all the late nights, the throwing up at the track because it's hot, because I'm tired, but just kept going and just had a feeling that it will eventually pay off one day. So for it to actually pay off, it's surreal and it's one of the best feelings, and it was honestly the best day of my life.
Awesome, awesome, man. That's what's up, dude. I watched you, watched some of the Loretta Lynn stuff, man, and dude, you've been on fire, man. I have to say, you've been on fire. Um, I know Sean Hackley, your other Texas native boy, 152 crew. Shout out to the 152 crew. I know he was training you for a while. How'd you guys end up linking up with that? And is he still your trainer as of now?
So we ended up linking up about 2.5 years ago. We've known each other for quite a long time, but I remember I was at a area qualifier and I saw him and we ended up talking about, hey, we're kind of close in this area. Let's start doing some training and stuff like that. So we started doing training and it kind of just took off from there. And as of right now, I'm really like have a lot of talks with the team and stuff like that. We're gonna try to hit more tracks, more places, and just get our feet wet, ride with the faster pros because I have A coming up next year, so I'm trying to just get as much knowledge as I can and learn as much as I can to perfect my craft more for
Mm-hmm.
next year. Working on just going, hitting different soil, different tracks, and riding with the faster riders. That's the plan as of now.
So, as far as the racing, you're gonna hit all the same races as pretty much you did all the major races that you did this year, next year. Is that going to be your goal with your new team bike sponsor and all that stuff? I'm not sure what's going on, but is that the goal? Is to continue doing the A class and then turning pro after that?
Yes, sir. So I want to continue to do follow through with Ponca and Minios this year, the two big nationals, and hopefully put my name up there some more and stay up front and have consistent results. And I'm going to finish out in the B class this year, though, and bump up to A class and hopefully do some futures and be up front in futures, get my name out there some more, and then turn pro, be ready to turn pro by after Loretta's next year is the goal, but we just have to, like I said, just focus on the now and continue to work hard and hold faith in God. And like I said, you never know what can happen. So I'm just enjoying what's coming right now. I'm just working as hard as I can so that way I can live out my dream of being a professional motocross rider, a top professional motocross rider at that.
Nice, nice. Now, what's next for you, man? Where you headed to next? What's the next race for you?
Next race, planned to be Ponca City in Oklahoma. And we're just getting ready for that. Have boot camp. I've actually been in boot camp since Loretta, so we're just going to be go there as strong as we can, as prepared as we can, so we can have great results and just keep the momentum going, keep the ball rolling, and that's what's next for me.
Nice, nice, nice. I love to hear that, man. Well, Jay, man, I appreciate you on the show. Is there? Let me see. Before I don't even want to get you off here yet, man. I'm just trying to think what else I got for you, man. So after just let me all these years of riding and racing, and
Yes, sir.
finally getting that championship, and coming off the track, like you said, it didn't really hit you until you were at the trailer. Has this been your most memorable race so far? You think?
By far. So I thought like the Minios and making it to Loretta's actually was one of my biggest achievements. It was that happened in 2017, and that feeling was great. But this one right here is kind of like it's been one of those, you sit around a campfire with your friends and you're just like, yo, like, what if you win Loretta's one day? What would you do? One of those type of dreams, like a what if type of dream. So to be able to actually get it done and for that to be in history for the rest of my life and forever be a Loretta Lynn's champion, it's definitely one of the best experience I've had on a dirt bike. And that honestly just makes me want to continue to work and hold my faith in God even stronger so that way I can bring more joy to my heart like this in the near future.
Right on, man. That's a good answer for that, man. You jumped off the. I always talk about this when people change brands, man. Why did you jump off the gas and hop on the Yamaha?
So I hopped on the Yamaha because for one, my KTM's and gas were getting a lot of hours on them at some point, and I actually ended up getting a pretty decent deal from Lone Star, the Yamaha, and I rode with them until regionals, and then right after regionals, got the phone call from boss man Josh from EBR, and he offered me a deal for Loretta's to pretty much like a proving ground. Loretta's was more like a proving ground, earn your spot type of deal, earn your keep. So really worked hard, and I was very thankful for that because, I've looked up to that team and a lot of teams like that for a long time. So to be able to be a part of one really feels good, and that's why we ended up making the decision for Yamahas and just been trying to do my best on them. I absolutely love the 450s. Absolutely love the 250s. They handle very great, and the Blue Crew machines, I'm glad I made that decision to go there. It's an all-around great bike.
So are you going to finish out the year on the 450, or are you going to, and next year the A-Class, you're going to ride the 250 and 450? What's the choice for next year?
So I'm going to finish out this year on 450 for sure, and going to be getting some good time on my 250 here coming up. So just going to work on intensity drills on the 250, finish out the year racing on the 450, and then have more talks at the end of the year about our plan for next year. Like I said, we're having, more talks throughout the year. We're not trying to set everything in stone right now because, like I said, there's a lot of racing left and a lot can happen. So we're just remaining humble and just, we plan on riding 250s next year, but we're going to have some talks like that towards the end of the year. We'll just see how the results stack up.
Are you going to be on the blue bike still?
That's the plan. So, like I said, I've been talking with the team, and we're on the blue bikes for now for sure. And I absolutely love the team and everything that has come with it. So, the plan, we're going to talk with Boss Man and see what's going on moving forward.
Well, Jay, man, I appreciate your time on the show, man. It was a pleasure having you. You're welcome back anytime, man. I wish you the best in your future, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you turn pro, man. It's always like these amateur kids that I'm watching and coming through the ranks and putting in the work like yourself, and to be able to come out with a championship at something that's a lot of people don't get the opportunity to even make it to Loretta Lynn's, right? And to be able to make it to bring home a championship, man, it stands for a lot. It stands for a lot, especially for yourself, as a racer, putting in all that hard work and be able to come out with a B championship. Guys are fast in the B class, man. They're, so it's tough, but you still got a lot of work to do, man. And the A class is gonna hit you a little bit harder than the B class, but you know what you got to do to put it in to make everything happen, man. And because you're on the right track now. But I just, like I said, I just want to thank you for spending time with Blacklisted, man, and letting us know what's going on in your world.
Yes, sir, and I want to thank you so much for having me on the show. Like I said, it's always a pleasure to be able to talk to you on this platform, and very grateful for the opportunity, and would love to be on the show again for sure, sir.
We'd love to have you back, man, and I got a few jerseys up here. I hit a couple people up, man. I need that Cooper 700 jersey up here hanging.
We'll get it done.
Okay, for sure. All right, Jay, man, I'll be in contact with you, man, and I'll talk to you soon, brother.
Yes, sir. God bless.
All right, you too. Peace.
How you feeling after this one?
Man, I'm feeling great. Just all glory to God. None of this would be possible without Him, and that's all I have to say. We grinded and never gave up, and didn't even get the best of start, but Thomas and my whole team behind me just said, go out there, just give it your all, never give up, and I did just that, and this was the result, so thankful.